2 a.m. We're getting ready to haul up the anchor here. You can hear these little fish swimming by. And when they come up by the boat, well, no, I don't see any. Here,
you can hear them.
I hear them. They're, we should see if there's any on deck. But they're just swimming by. There's a bunch of them in here. There's one. Right there. See him? Mm-hmm. That's cool. 5:43 a.m. So we fired up the engine around 2 and we hauled up anchor and everything. And I've been on watch kind of since we left, so I might take a little bit of a nap. I don't know if we're gonna have much of a. Looks like it's kind of overcast. I don't know if we're gonna have much of a sunrise or not. Just under 25 miles now to the Coches Prietos anchorage, which is where we're going to stop and see if we can get a spot there. And we've not had any ships of concern or anything since we left Santa Barbara Island. It's been pretty clear. We do have the Utah Voyager ship behind us off our starboard kind of aft there. About 6 miles out. They're only going to get within about 3.5 miles of us, so we're going to keep on plowing ahead here. Wind wise, still single digit kind of stuff, mostly on the nose, so we don't even have the sails up. We're going to go ahead and continue to motor at this point, but feel pretty good about the passage so far. Our ETAs right now, based on current conditions, is about 10 a.m. So this guy we saw him yesterday in the boat. He wants out. He's having, he's at the nav station now. I think he would like to get out.
There he is.
There he is. Did you see? I didn't see his spout though, but
I see him.
Another whale. About 6.5 miles to go to Coches Prietos on Santa Cruz Island. It's about 10 till 9, so we're running right on schedule. One thing I'm looking at is if the anchorage is packed there, what our plan B would be. And whether we want to try a place I haven't been to yet on Santa Cruz Island. One thing, if you don't have this boat, Brian Fagan's book, the Cruising Guide to Central and Southern California. It's kind of a must-have if you're cruising down here. Miles out. Morale is high. Coches Prietos in front of us. Pan around Santa Cruz Island. See the southeast side. And if you look across a little closer, you can see Anachorage Island over there. Got Mike playing the approach anthem here as we get into Coches Prietos.
Might be Black Boar, right? Probably.
Yeah, maybe. So Coches Prietos, I guess, translates into black pigs. I'm not worried about you putting out too much.
All right.
As far as that goes, so. 10:12, and here we are at Coches. All right, so this is a little bit of a lee shore. Anchor's set pretty good here. We are in 34.5 feet of water. We've got about 200 feet of chain out. This is the Islander cruising through. Passenger ship. So Mike just noticed that the Pacifico box was flopping around a little bit. We suspect that we may have found our bird.
We found the bird.
So we're gonna.
Here it is. Yep.
He's in there drinking Pacifico. He's been drinking all the beer. Fishing boat coming in hot here. Oh, it was just the cans rolling around?
Yeah, he's not in there.
Did you open up the lid?
No, I'm looking in the hole right now. Dude, he's not in there.
He's not in there. Man.
Look, I was looking through the...
He went through the hole.
No, he didn't.
The bird was just
No. All right,
we
well,
saw
It was just the rocking. The cans were just rolling back and forth.
Oh, well. I will animate it. Here.
Catamaran adventure coming in here to Coches.
It's a good group of boys. We're all gonna die together out here. You're a good group of boys to die with, I'll tell you that much. You should have come here.
All right, so these guys have dry bags. So we'll see if they make it. They'll make it to shore successfully. Whether they make it back is gonna be another question. Coming right through and waking everybody. Aloha Spirit waking us in the anchorage. Winds are coming up a little bit. I was seeing about 10 knots, coming up a little bit more. And with this lee shore that we have, I decided I'm going to go ahead and hang with the boat so those guys can land and do a short hike and explore a little. And I really don't want to be on a lee shore at night if the winds are going to be blowing, like 15 plus. I feel like we're dug in pretty good, but we've got rocks right behind us. With the wind, blowing us in the wrong direction. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a shift. So I thought, like where this catamaran is here, I thought the winds would be coming more this way and blowing us away from these rocks that are behind us. You can see that big wall right there. All right, one in the water. Looks like they're landing. Piece of cake. Looks like you had a smooth launch.
Yeah, not too bad.
I was disappointed. I was hoping to see you guys go into the piss.
We just had to wait for it to break. Go.
You guys ready to do some sailing?
Ready to do some real sailing.
All right, let's do it. Got everybody springing into action, lashing the dinghy down, and I've got the anchor coming up. We're getting ready to bounce. Let's roll with it.
Hoist it. Go.
Really how the shit works.
Push that button hard, man.
That's what she said.
Keep going. Stop. Just stay there.
Yeah, those battens get caught up in the lazy jacks up there. Watch your heads.
Keep going. You're good.
Keep going, dude.
Keep going. Go ahead and bear off. Go ahead and pull it. Keep going. Keep going. You got momentum. Let it go. Let it rip, baby. Give us some wraps. Remember how I told you your thumb?
Hey, make sure we got slack on your side. Is it? Okay.
Give me a couple more. You good?
Watch your sail trim because we are... I don't think you need to do much right now. Just hang on, guys. Hang tight.
Yeah.
Hard keeping morale up. What we need is like some decent food here. Look at that. Showcasing. So we were going to take a hitch over by Anacapa, and then we're looking at our time and
There's only one left.
distance.
Sure.
So we had about 75 miles to go to Hen Rock. You can see Anacapa over here. This is Santa Cruz Island. And we are on course-ish. with an ETA of probably around 4 o'clock in the morning to Hen Rock. All right, so we're looking at sunset here before long. It's about 7 o'clock, so I'm starting my shift. Yeah, you can see the sun going down over Santa Cruz Island. At 10 p.m. update, it's about 20 after 10. So right here in the channel, so we came down from Santa Cruz all the way down. This is Santa Barbara to the south of us. We're not going to stop at Santa Barbara Island. It's not too far away. But we're going to keep going to Catalina. I think we're going to go over towards Hen Rock. 1 a.m. shift change. So I'm going to head up. We've got 22.2 miles to go to White Cove. It's about 1:30 a.m. You can see this is the west end of Catalina. And we've got a split screen radar here as well as the chart. If we click on this, this is the Argent Aster. He is a tanker, 571 feet long with a CPA of about 1.7 nautical miles. And we will be in our time for our closest point of approach is going to be about 10 minutes or so. This is about what we see at 1.7 miles, the Argent Aster. See a light fore and aft, and then a looks like a red light towards aft. Running with Catalina to our beam now. This is Two Harbors area up here, right off Arrow Point. See, we've got a few lights there. That little blinking light. 10 after 5. We're anchored down and we're all snubbed in, so everybody's going to sleep for a few hours with no alarms set and get some rest, but we're here right off of Hen Rock. Pretty easy anchoring. All right, it's 10 a.m. Everybody's up. We've had our coffee.
Our jokes.
And we're getting ready to haul anchor here, so we got the engine running. Beautiful morning, but we didn't get much of a sunset, or sunrise, sorry. And I didn't see any of it because I was sleeping through it. But we're getting ready to bounce. We've got about 6 knots and some change worth of wind right now, so it's still pretty light. I don't know what kind of sailing we're going to get, so I was hoping that we'd get some, but... Adios, White Cove. Tell me a little bit about how would you sum up the adventure so far?
Fantabulous. It's probably the best. Well, I've never been out in the ocean on a sailboat, so this was quite the adventure for me, and I mean, the best crew here. I got, including yourself. Yeah, I thought for sure I was gonna get sick. Just put it out of my head psychologically, and just, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Probably where we anchored over in the spot at Santa Cruz Island, and just majestic. I mean, it didn't even seem like you're in the waters of California. It was majestic.
Right on. All right, Mike, you're next.
I'd say the same thing. I had just such a great time with these guys. This was awesome. And just want to thank you, Keel Dragger, for having us.
Hell yeah, bro.
Having all my friends out, so cool. Yeah, getting to the island was so awesome with these guys, and getting to experience that. Is it 200 nautical miles we did?
Probably close to 200.
Yeah, it'll be a little less, but not too far off. And you kept morale high
Oh, thanks.
as the ship's chef.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
That-
that
On point.
So is there a particular moment that's your favorite or part of the experience?
yeah, getting ashore was at the island was definitely a highlight, and playing music with these guys was awesome, and I definitely just all the laughs. Yeah.
Right Right on.
Just had such a good time. Yeah. Thank you
All right,
so
man.
much.
Thanks for coming out. Happy
Good crew,
birthday,
good
too.
fun.
Yeah.
Andy, you've been on Keel Dragger many times. I think we were talking, you're probably coming up on 800, 1,000 miles on Keel Dragger.
It's more miles on your boat than mine, Doc.
Well, no, but I mean, you've done plenty on Stoked, but what's unique or different about this experience versus all the other times you've been out on Keel Dragger? What stands out?
I would have to say it's probably just a personal one that, you know, we've done so many overnight passages now that I've gotten really comfortable overnight, and just the watch schedules, just the routine of the boat, you know.
I was going to ask what the least favorite moment was, but I think we just heard it.
But you know, just feeling the routine of the boat and everything settle in, even though it's mostly you and I on watch, it's just, it gives you the sense of, you know, this is how it is to really be out at sea, and I love that. I love being out here on the water.
Yeah, that's cool, man, and always glad to have you out here.
Thanks, man.
So what was your best experience about this trip coming out with us?
So,
New guys.
yeah, so I
actually like your hood on.
all right, well, I'll stick with the Darth Maul look. I mean, other than getting to, you know, use the Force in full display here for everybody. I mean, this is the thing, like, you know, as Andy and I were talking, like, we sailed together quite a bit, and I'm like, dude, we've been down to Ensenada, or back from Ensenada, down to San Diego, Catalina multiple times, now Santa Barbara, Santa Cruz Island. So it's like almost everywhere where I've been in Southern California, I think Andy's been on the boat. And we've done overnights. I've done overnights, like solo and all that stuff, and anchored solo and everything. But what's cool for me is like it's good to just hang out, like meet cool dudes that are like super chill. No, but I can tell that like everyone seemed to have a pretty good vibe and experience on the boat and stuff. And like you can tell when people like if they don't enjoy the experience and stuff like that. I felt like you know, everyone kind of genuinely had a good time. And this was not like an easy trip. I mean, we hustled. We went to Santa Barbara Island. You know, we got there at what time?
2:30 a.m.
2:30 a.m. or so Friday night.
No, 10:30
Oh,
a.m.
10:30 a.m. But then we left at 2:30 a.m. or something like that. Saw the Aurora Borealis, which was amazing. Like, I didn't even notice it, and I dismissed it. I didn't even know. And Andy's like, those lights on the other end of Santa Barbara, they got to be something. So that was pretty cool. And then, you know, and then we had a lot of nighttime stuff. We arrived at, what, 10 a.m.-ish, Santa Cruz Island. Had a great anchorage there. And then we left at, what, 2:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
And we just decided to do the 75 miles here, knowing we were going to get here at dark 30, 4:30 a.m.
So what would you say was your favorite?
Just
your favorite moment of this adventure?
I don't know if I have a particular moment, but it was hanging out with you guys and getting just to know you guys. I mean, you guys are like super cool. Just hanging out. That was the favorite part for me. Like all the things that I've seen before. So no new anchorages or anything like that. But like, man, at sunset, sunrise, like they never get old. Being out on the water, seeing the wildlife never gets old. So I'm stoked every time I get out on the water.
Busting Andy's balls.
Busting Andy's balls, that's kind of a given.
Old.
That never gets old ever.
catching all the wildlife, the whales. That was a big one.
The fin whales was an amazing. That was amazing.
We didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk about the fin whale. The fin whale sighting was one of the better ones, and there were multiple.
75, just like I've been doing for my entire life. And if I win, gonna have to give my baby some. You know that woman, she ain't dumb. Can't stop until my work is done. Oh, hey, I love it.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta hear it a little more.
We're just sitting in here, just shooting the breeze while we're heading in, and then we've got the boat chef in there cooking up a storm. Not sure what he's up to.
The ship's cook.
The ship's cook. Still doing the hand ups. Look at this. That's breakfast. Wow. So we got a couple things going on other than the most delicious breakfast ever. We've got 2 ships in the shipping lane, so we took a little hitch to starboard. And so we'll pass port to port on those. And then we also have a whale somewhere in front of us.
Right here. What a keel dragger. I'm just kidding. Have a look at that, guys.
So we got a whale right up here. You look right by that cargo ship coming, or tanker or whatever. Right in the shipping lane. There it is right there.
Ooh, spout up.
There it is. So we have this cargo ship, and then this tanker here, the Atlantic Mirage, in the shipping lanes. And we just kind of hovered around, just let these guys pass. But I also slowed us down a little bit because we had a whale here in the buffer zone, so it looked like a fin whale. And we did a couple of 360s to get a view of the whale, and I think it dove down. But this is the Atlantic Mirage, and we're kind of dialed back in on course for San Pedro. Closing in on the gate on the final stretch. Just final closing thought here. Man, this was the best weekend. The crew's amazing, great group of guys. Just absolutely had a blast. So I'm excited to get back on the water, and it'd be great to get the band back together. Just a lot of fun, great experience all the way around.